Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, check this out, man. Let me do this video, man. I heard a couple of other people talk about this. I heard CJ Goodfella talk about it. I heard Dante talk about it. And I'm going to give my take on this. Once again, man, this is how you expose a certain demographic or a certain fan base of a certain fighter. You know, as I said before, we know who the real hypocrites are when it comes to this boxing shit. We know who the real nut huggers are. We know who the real, you know what I'm saying, races is when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a dude, like I said, I'm a straight shooter. I call it how I see it. You know, and I'm going to keep it 100. I don't like defended Floyd or sometimes other boxers that I'm not cool with. But at the end of the day, right is right. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much disdain you have for Floyd based off how he treats people, and particularly people that look like him outside of boxing, you have every right to have that kind of contempt for Floyd because that's not cool. I don't like it, and a lot of people, you know, that deal with me don't like that shit. But at the same time, you got to do the right thing, and you got to be fair when it comes to the boxing shit. Like I said, this ain't about being no nut hugger. See, the real nut huggers is the people that ignore what their favorite fighter does. Like I said, I've called it right down the middle. Even the fighters that I like and that I'm cool with, I've criticized them when it was time to criticize them. As much of a fan I am of Andre Ward, when he said that shit about Wilder, I had to get on him because it wasn't cool. So, you know, one of the things that bother me is the double standard, like I said, that go on in boxing. And like I said, with a lot of these so-called boxing channels, the so-called YTBT motherfuckers or whatever the fuck they is, they fake as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it is amazing how people love to bring up the Floyd and the IV situation, which I already then destroyed people with that bullshit, because that's the only thing they can bring up. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Floyd, and that was debunked not only by, you know, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, it was debunked by, you know what I'm saying, Showtime themselves. Okay? The Nevada State Athletic Commission said Floyd did nothing wrong. There will be no punishment. The Manny Pacquiao camp was told ahead of time. They knew. And then the funny thing was, Manny tried to play like, oh, I didn't know, when he knew. Once again, Manny Pacquiao was lying and trying to play sympathetic figure, using every excuse in the book to try to justify him getting schooled by Floyd Mayweather. He just got beat. He just got outclassed. And he just couldn't take his loss like a man. You know, whenever he loses, it's everybody else's fault. You know, always got an excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody else's fault when he loses. But now we had a situation with the random drug testing with the Keith Thurman fight. Once again, it's a pattern with Manny Pacquiao and this random drug testing shit. When he fought Matisse was his first knockout in like 9 years. Okay? And keep in mind, there was issues about drug tested for the Matisse fight. Then Adrian Broner said that Manny Pacquiao missed a few testing dates. So Manny got a history of doing this shit. People love to try to hide the fact that Manny Pacquiao was the reason that the Floyd Mayweather fight fell through, not once but twice, because he was the one resistant on taking random drug tests. And nevertheless, people want to holler about how he sued Floyd for defamation of character, and he didn't even sue Floyd for a lot of money. And then, nevertheless, people left out a lot of facts that Manny Pacquiao, this was documented, that Manny Pacquiao agreed or tried to make an agreement with Floyd Mayweather. He said if Floyd agreed to fight him, without random drug testing, he would drop the lawsuit. See, a lot of people ignore this about Manny Pacquiao. Then keep in mind, Teddy Atlas himself came with a story that the mainstream media ignored because, as I said before, they like to do what they do best, which is demonize a black fighter or a black person. Teddy Atlas reported this himself. You know, I think it was Friday Night Fights when he said the Manny Pacquiao team, you can look this up too. The Manny Pacquiao fans ignored this. They never want to bring this up with their fake asses. How Teddy Atlas reported that the Manny Pacquiao camp contacted Floyd Mayweather asking him to stop talking about random drug testing. And if somehow that a positive drug test would show up with Manny Pacquiao, would Floyd be willing to keep it under wraps? And what type of penalty would Floyd want? This was reported by Teddy Atlas. Y'all respect Teddy Atlas when he says that Lomachenko is the best fighter on the planet. So now you don't respect it when he says this about Manny Pacquiao. Like I said, you guys are the frauds, and nobody don't give a fuck about you thumbing this video down. Nobody don't give a fuck about, like I said, Floyd and that IV shit. Because like I said, I done gave you the whole details of the affidavit that was sent to Floyd Mayweather. And that Floyd Mayweather was about to countersue Manny Pacquiao, and that Manny Pacquiao had all his actual drug test results overseas in the Philippines. And Floyd was going to have to file special sanctionings to get those reports released. And it's funny, after Floyd was about to countersue Manny Pacquiao, then all of a sudden you started hearing noise about the fight being made. But Manny Pacquiao got a history of doing this shit. When it comes to the Keith Thurman shit, so now here we go. Keith Thurman. Now all of a sudden, Manny Pacquiao doesn't want random drug tests, or he's not pushing the issue. And we know Justin Fortune, his strength and conditioning coach, has been linked to giving people performance-enhancing drugs or PED use. Once again, people ignore that. Now, I know some bitch-ass motherfucker gonna make a video saying that people is hating. I'm not hating on Manny Pacquiao. I'm just reporting the facts. Why is it when like I said, once again, answer this question. Why is it when I criticize a black fighter, I don't get no feedback from the non-blacks? But when I criticize a non-black fighter, here you motherfuckers come. Like I said, once again, this is documented. And it's amazing that nobody ever reports this, but they say they non-biased. No, you're not. Oh, I'm fair. I call it right down the middle. Isn't this being objective? I'm calling it right down the middle. I've criticized every fighter, no matter what color they are. But I'm the one that's a hater, so I'm a hater only when I criticize non-black fighters. Seem like the real haters are you so-called non-black fight fans. Now, why is that? I'm just asking a question. Manny Pacquiao has a history of doing this shit. But nobody wants to bring that up, though. Nobody wants to bring up Manny Pacquiao's discretions and issues with random drug testing. And once again, Floyd wasn't the only one that accused him of using performance